What's up, brother? Whoa.
Did you break a sweat?
Hell yeah. In the back.
Was that from the backflip or from the fight?
Yeah, that was from all of it.
Picture perfect. You said you actually worked that specific liver punch. Why that move?
You know, we saw the fight with him and Nam Fan. You know, Nam dropped him with the body shot, so we knew that you know, his body was kind of weak. So you know, Nam actually came up and trained with us throughout my camp up in Sacramento. He's actually there right now still, and you know, like I said, that was something that we worked on. You know, I just caught that kick and saw it wide open and just exploded into it.
Were you scared to take him down?
Scared? No, I wasn't. Honestly, I felt like wherever this fight went, I was going to be okay. We worked a lot of ground game, a lot of jiu-jitsu and wrestling for this camp. I honestly thought it was going to be more of a ground game. I wanted to keep it standing, but you know, with his type of almost like a Diaz-style fighting where he's kind of just in your face so much, I figured I'd have to take him down. And you know, luckily, you know, I just caught that liver just right, and he went down, so it was good.
How important was this win to you after the Jose Aldo fight?
It was very important. I mean, coming off a loss, you know, I feel like I needed to make a statement. You know, I wanted to get the finish. I train hard to finish every opponent, but you know, it's not going to happen every time. And you know, I wanted to do it, and I got in there, and I feel like I kind of made a statement. So I'm happy right now. Stoked.
A lot of people were surprised that he even got to fight you. You know, yeah, that he didn't quite deserve it yet. How do you feel about it?
You know, I was actually a little bit surprised when they first told me I was going to fight him. We were kind of having some trouble getting an opponent for a while. I didn't fight for like six and a half months, so I was on Mike and Jeff, you know, every day, get me an opponent, I want to fight. Had a couple, I think like Bart Palashevsky, you know, and due to injuries or rescheduling or something, just, you know, people were pulling out. So when they told me it was him, at that point, I really didn't care. I just wanted to get back in there, so it was good.
How many fights do you feel like you are away from getting another shot at the belt?
You know, I mean, ultimately it's up to the UFC. I could probably see 1 or 2 more fights, you know, but like I said, it's up to them. I'd like to get in there and fight again for it as soon as possible.
How's your hand holding up?
It's great. It feels good. Yeah.
Well, you guys at Alpha Male are pretty darn good at that guillotine. Were you threatened at all by his?
I mean, it was something we definitely had in our minds, and it's something we were going to watch out for. Obviously, he's really good at it. We've trained with him. He came to Sacramento and rolled with a bunch of guys, and everyone told me it wasn't going to be a problem. No, you know, he wasn't catching anybody over there with it. And but like I said, it was something that we were going to worry about, and we trained for. So just never really got there.
McKenzie's known to be a pretty light-hearted guy, you know, outside of fighting. Yesterday at the weigh-ins, I mean, he was nose-to-nose with you. How much of that do you think was spectacle, and how much do you think that was trying to get in your head? You know, he's been training with the Diaz brothers, and you know, do you think that's something that he took from them? And
you know, I think it's a lot of it. Yeah, he's probably nervous, just trying to push it onto me, maybe make me a little nervous. I don't know. You know, I told him after the fight, you know, let's go fishing. You know, I'm still buddies with the guy. I don't care. I'll go grab a beer with him right now. You know, it's for show. I mean, we're fighting. We're getting in an octagon and trying to kill each other, basically. So, I mean, at that point before the fight, you gotta kind of hate the guy. I mean, it's crappy to say, but you know, I've had bad experiences in wrestling where, you know, you're friends with the guy, you make friends with the guy, and you almost can't go 100% in there on him. So. For me, I'm sure he was doing the same thing. I just kind of had to hate him. So it's all good now, though.
Who's taking care of this mountain lion problem while you're out here? Actually,
that's funny you say that. I do have people staying at my house because we gotta put all the animals in at night. That thing's still lurking around. I still haven't got it. So I got buddies back home. My buddy Mike Papa.
Cool. Body shot might get him?
Maybe. I'll have to jump on his back and get him in it. RNC.
Or maybe use the rifle.
Okay.
Keep it safe.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that you're eyeing in the division right now that you'd like to fight next?
Just any of the top guys, really. I mean, Cody was a little bit, you know, a guy that wasn't really ranked up there too high, and I'd like to get right back in there. So any of the top guys.
Were you a little disappointed you couldn't be on the same card as Uriah? Of course, he was slated to be on that card, and now he's got moves. So.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, when I first got offered to fight again, it could have been in June or July, and you know, they told me Uriah's going to be fighting in July. Obviously, I wanted to fight as soon as possible, but I still, you know, I passed that one up, and, you know, it kind of sucked the last few weeks. You know, they told us he wasn't going to be on it, and, I mean, it is what it is. I'm still going to get in here and fight just as hard, but it definitely makes it a lot better when you have one of your buddies with you.
And how's training going for him?
Really good. He's feeling great. I mean, the whole time we were in Vegas, he was training. You know, Phil Nurse, Mark Delagrati were out there working with us, and he's feeling really good.
When you caught the kick, was it like, oh, I can't reach his face, so did you actually think that?
Yeah, actually, I mean, I remember when I was sparring with him, you know, I was trying to close the distance so much, but he's so tall that all he had to do was kind of lean over, and I was just whiffing every single one. So I remember kind of getting frustrated when I was sparring him, and that was something that, you know, we were kind of working on in camp. And, you know, like I said, Nam Fan and those guys were there, and the body's so much closer, and we knew that that was a weak spot for him. So it was definitely something we were aiming at.
You talked about training with Cody, and we know the Alpha Male camp is pretty close with the Gracie Fighter Lodi camp. Was it difficult for you guys? Was there anything exchanged as far as who was going to be able to train who? Or?
You know, I don't think Cody trained with them this camp just because of that reason. I mean, we kind of have a pact with those guys. We don't fight anyone from their camp, and they don't fight anyone from ours. So, you know, I don't know for a fact, but you know, Nick came into our gym about a week ago and watched some of our boxing sparring with some of our, he had a couple of his guys with him and stuff, and Danny Castillo went down there a couple weeks ago and did some boxing sparring with them. So both guys said that he wasn't around, so I mean, I didn't really ask a whole lot, but I don't think he really trained with him this camp.